welcome to the Emerald Cottage podcast. I'm Jill and I'm coming to you from the south of England, where I live with my husband, my 3 kids and my slightly mad dog. It's been, gosh, about 4 months since my last episode. Sorry about that. I think this is episode 5. Life just got in the way. I don't really know what happened. I think summer as well. I don't tend to crochet quite so much over the summer because it's too hot. And also I've been meaning to record a podcast episode for ages, but every time I think I'm gonna record one, I think, oh, I'm not organised enough, and then I think, actually, I'm never organised enough. So I just thought this morning, I'll just do it. Even though I'm not organised, I'll just do it anyway. I'm sure it'll be fine. And I'm going to try really hard to do it in one edit, so I don't have too much editing to do, because I don't know about you, I don't actually like the editing process. Well, I don't like it. I find it hard to force myself to sit down and do it, so I tend to kind of put it off. I've just noticed it's raining outside. What's your weather been like lately? Ours has been very mixed. So it's the 12th of August today, and we had a really nice June. July was rubbish, really wet, and August has been very changeable, and it's now raining outside already, so that's a bit of a shame. So yes, I hope the weather's better where you are. I've had a haircut, can you tell, since the last episode? I had a load chopped off it. I just thought I'd go for it and have a bit of a change. Just fed up with my neck being all hot all the time. So I just got it all chopped off, which it's been a bit of a change, but I think I like it. It's all good to have change, isn't it? So yes, where should we start? Should we start with some finished objects? What have I got? Finished objects, right. I am disorganised, so you just have to bear with me. Finished objects, first of all, I've got this cowl and mittens, hand warmers. So this heat wave cowl, it's called. It's made in a kind of a sock yarn that I got from the the stitching festival, in London in about February, and it was Dina's Home of Crafts stall where I bought it, and it actually came as a lucky dip. I think I've got the ball band somewhere. Let me just have a look so I can find it. Did I keep it? No, I didn't keep it. It was a sock yarn. I'm guessing it was 75% merino, 25% nylon, something like that. And it's in the colour Frostbite. I do remember that because I remember thinking it was quite ironic that I was doing a heat wave cowl in a Frostbite colour. And the pattern was... Nope, that's not going to come to me at all. That was in a magazine, which I can't remember which magazine it was. See, I told you I'm disorganised. But yes, heatwave cowl, so I'll just put it on. So it's just like a single wrap round cowl. And then these matching fingerless gloves, which are really pretty. And they were called the Astra gloves, and they were from one of my favourite crochet books of all time, which is... this crochet book, One Skein Wonders. This is my favourite book. I absolutely love it. It's by Judith Durant and Edie Ekman, and it's got 101 projects, all of them taking one skein, and it's really good. It kind of organises it by yarn type. So at the very start, it's got very fine lace weight projects, then it goes up to kind of fingering weight, and then it goes up to DK weight, heavier weight, chunky, and each project uses one skein. These gloves were this pattern here. I'll just show you just briefly. The Astra gloves. Astra gloves, yeah. There we go. And they were a really simple pattern to do. Really simple pattern repeat. I just love them. I think they're really pretty, really nice. And they're going to be nice and cozy for winter, but not too warm. And obviously all your fingers are available for using your phone. That's why I like fingerless gloves instead of proper full-on gloves. So yeah, so they match my cowl beautifully. So I'm really pleased with those. So that's my finished objects. I finished those back in, gosh, must be about May time now, if not before that. And then my other finished objects are a cross stitch, this little cross stitch kit, which was part of my summer 2023 Craft Pod subscription. So Craft Pod is a monthly subscription box which comes with a different little activity every month to do, and I've had it before. I can't find where the rest of my projects are. They're somewhere in the mists of time. But this month for this. I think they do it seasonally. They do every season. They do a box, and it comes in a box like this. Lovely craft pod sticker on it, and then inside they've got like a information card. If I can just find it. A sort of welcome card, which is welcome to your kit. Tells you what all the projects are. And in this month's kit, it came with a beautiful sunflower postcard and instructions to do these 2 cross stitches. And it's got enough material and thread to do both cross stitches, although it only has 1 hoop. So if you want to frame the second one in a hoop, you've got to buy a second hoop. So I opted to do the light version first of all. And I'm really pleased with it. I think it's really cute, just really, really pretty. I love the little bees, look, they're so sweet. And this took me probably about a day to do, if that, just under a day. So a really quick little project, and you can see at the back it's just gathered in. You just kind of stretch it taut over the hoop, cut it round in a circle, and then gather it with a running stitch all the way around, gather it in and pull it in, and then it just gives you this nice tidy finish. So I think that's really sweet. I'm going to put it in my front room, and I'm going to do the second one on the black fabric as well. So I've got 2 matching, or not 2, not matching, but like I suppose they'll be sisters, not twins, they say, don't they? So yeah, so that's my other finished object. What else have I got to show you? I think that's all for finished objects. I did have a couple of other scarves and things, but they've been gifted to friends already, so I can't show you those. Works in progress. So, still in progress is my sock. I've not done anything on it at all, I don't think, since I last spoke to you. Maybe a few rows of the foot. It's been so long I can't actually remember what to do. So I need to remind myself. This was my finished one, if you remember. And this was Heart and Soul sock yarn by Sardar. And this is colour number 162, which I don't know what that name is. But it's 75% wool, 25% nylon. It's quite a rough texture, it's quite rustic. It's not very smooth, not very soft, so it'll be quite good for socks. Obviously it's meant for socks. Heart and Soul, you know, a little pun there. But yes, I need to kind of get back to this actually, because I've got so many other lovely sock yarns that I want to use. It'd be a shame just to get stuck on this one sock. So yeah, I need to kind of crack on with it. But it's coming along, you know, it's not too bad. Oh, this is the one that had the hole, do you remember? Had the hole in the where I started to do the, I can't even remember the terminology, where I joined in the heel flap. That was it. So I joined in the heel flap, there was a hole. I've obviously missed a stitch or picked up one too loosely or done something. You can just see there. So I'm going to just put a little stitch in to sew that over, and it'll be fine. Just annoying because the other one doesn't have that at all. So obviously the first sock that I did perfectly. Well, not perfectly, but I didn't have a problem attaching the heel flap, because that side has got no holes and that side has got no holes, so both sides were okay in this one. So I'm not quite sure what I did wrong, but you know, it's all learning experience, and this is what I'm trying to do, is learn how to make socks. So yes, I did get, oh, that's, in fact, just bear with, sorry about that. I was going to say, I did get a couple of sock pattern books for my birthday, but I'll show you that as part of the acquisitions segment of the podcast. Other works in progress are my other cross stitch that I'm currently working on. Is one that I got for my birthday from a friend. It's in my Knit Happens bag, and it's this one here, which is called Let's Have Fun with Yarn. And it's this really fun cross stitch pattern. Can you see it's all like yarny words, like crochet hook and yarn is my passion, worsted, stitching, knit, cotton, and then there's knitting needles, and it looks like a ball of wool with a, you know, no chains dangling off it. Yeah, so lovely. So that's coming along quite well. I'll just show you here. It's coming along really well. I've nearly finished it actually. So just the last sort of base of the ball of wool to do. And that's my needle minder, which is really cute. It's got little birds on it, see? It's really cute, really sweet. So yeah, so that's my other work in progress, and it's a really nice one because it only has 3 colours. It has this lovely cornflower blue, like a dark cornflower blue, which is a lovely colour, and this sea green, and then like a sort of mid blue, which is actually called dark blue, but I call that mid blue. So just 3 colours. It's a very simple project to do. And again, we saw that at the Stitching Festival in London when I went with my friend, and she tracked it down on the internet and bought it for me for my birthday. So yeah, so I just started that over the last few days, and it's going quite well. So that is that work in progress. I've then got, still working on my Summer Haze shawl, which you may remember from last time. So this was a pattern by Ophelia Talks Crochet. The Summer Haze shawl it's called. I'll link it in the pattern in the pattern in the description box below. And it's coming along really nicely. I've done I think about 5 balls left, about 5 balls worth, and I've got 2 balls left to do. I think I'm going to join it at the end to make it into a cowl. So it should hopefully wrap around twice. It's a bit tight at the minute, but it should hopefully wrap around twice by the time I finish it, and just be a nice kind of warm cozy cowl. But I just love this colour. It goes really well with this top, doesn't it? Lovely cobalt blue. It's lovely, and it's very, very simple pattern. It's a one row pattern repeat, so it's really easy to remember. Short rows, so you kind of feel like you're progressing quite quickly. So I love this. Lovely project to work on. So that's that work in progress. And then I've also got my this new one, which I haven't shown you before, which is the Carrie Keyhole scarf by Angela Wilson of Ruby Baby. So you can see it's like a long scarf that gets narrow, then it goes round and gets wider and wider and wider and wider, and there's this like keyhole section where the narrow bit feeds through to kind of gather it around your body, around your neck. Really lovely. So my friend Helen actually posted this on Facebook, that she saw this pattern and liked it, and then my friend Pauline mentioned on Helen's post that she really liked it, but that she couldn't crochet, but she wished her mum, who did crochet, was still around to make her one, because her mum's no longer with us. So I offered to make one for Pauline. So this is actually Pauline's one, the turquoise one. It's coming along really well. As you can see, it's like a big triangle currently. You start off at the base of it, at the pointy end, and then you kind of increase as you go. And it's a beginner's pattern, it's very easy. What was I saying? Yeah, so I made this one for Pauline, so I'm just about to finish. I'm just coming on to the kind of this section, and the picture is white. I'm doing it in a dark grey. So I've just started the grey section here, and then I'll be making the holes for the keyhole part. And then I'm going to make a second one in another pink yarn. Or the yarn, I should say, is Marble Chunky by James C. Brett. The bowl band's a bit ripped, but you get the idea. Marble Chunky, James C. Brett. And this is the colour number MC52 turquoise. And then the grey one is, where's the grey one? MC11, which I think is just grey. And yeah, so I'm making another one. So on Pauline then posted saying, oh, my friends offered to make me this scarf. And then our other friend Nikki posted on, or commented on that post saying, oh wow, I'd love one of those. So I messaged Nikki saying, I can make you one as well. So I'm making Nikki one in pink and purple and grey. So that'll be my next project after I finish this one. I'll make one for Nikki. But it's lovely, this wool, it works up very quickly. My only small niggle with it is that I find it doesn't flow through my fingers very well. So when I'm holding the yarn, I hold the yarn, how do I hold the yarn? Hold the yarn like that. It's sort of wrapped around my little finger and then looped with my top finger. I find that it sticks a lot on this finger, so it kind of very jerky and doesn't really flow very well. And I think it's because it's chunky yarn. I tend to often find that with chunky yarn, whereas DK or finger weight yarn I tend to find flows a bit better through my fingers. So I don't know if it's that I've got hot hands or what it is, but that's my only frustration working with this yarn. It works up really quickly. I love this kind of marled effect. I think it's beautiful. and it's sort of self stripes. It's really clever. I just think it's really lovely. So yeah, this is working out really quickly and I'm really pleased with it. So hopefully I'll finish it today and then get it to Pauline this week, and then I can start on Nikki's. My other then work in progress is my coronation blanket. So this, I've kind of got a bit of a love-hate relationship with this at the minute. I love it. I don't know if you can see it there. Can you see? So it's coming along really well. I've done four, I should explain, it was a crochet along by Serdar, I believe. And it was a 6-week crochet along cowl that kind of ran up to including the coronation week of King Charles III, which was on May the 6th, and I kept up to date for about the first 4 weeks, and then it just got too hot. May and June were very hot, got too hot to crochet under a blanket, so I kind of put it to one side and I haven't picked it up again. The side that's coming along the most is, I did have one side that had purple on it. Where's that gone? Oh, there, yes. So I've started the purple edging on this side. And that's as far as I've got. So I've got to finish up. I'll show you the picture. It's probably the easiest thing. This is the picture of what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. This is week 5. So you can see I'm up to this purple line here. So all I've got to do is the purple line with the yellow kind of braiding effect all the way around. And then I think it's got white and blue border. The white squares I've already made for the corners. I just need to make the little motifs to go on them. And it comes with this little woven label, which I'll just show you. Sorry about the rustling. It comes with this woven label, which you then sew on, which is very commemorative. I just love it. So I need to pick that up again, but it's just been too warm and I get too hot and sweaty working on it. So I think it's one that I might just kind of put aside until winter and then just cozy up under it and work on it when I'm cozied under it, and it'll be lovely. So yeah, so that is my coronation blanket crochet along. And I think that's all the works in progress. So I guess now I should move on to acquisitions. So I've got quite a lot of acquisitions because I had a birthday. So it was my birthday back in, oh, just spotted another finished project. Hang on. In fact, a whole load of finished projects. Hang on. Right, back again. Back in, May, June time, I think it was. June, July. I went on a beginner's sewing course. Now I can use a sewing machine, and I have been able to use a sewing machine for years, but I'm not very confident with it. And my friend Kath was going on this beginner's sewing course, and she mentioned it to me, and I said I'd go along with her. And I really thought it was just a good way to kind of get my confidence back up again, because I hadn't sewed for a while. And also it meant that we sat down every Friday morning and for 3 hours just messed around with fabric and sewing. It was great. It was really good. So I think it was a 6-week course, and each week we had a different project to work on, and then you kind of finish it at home if you didn't get to complete it in the session, or not finish it if you wanted to, whatever you wanted to do. So I'll show you the projects that we made. So the first week we made the stitch directory, which was this. It's like a sampler of all the stitches that the sewing machine does. Mine wasn't very good because I hadn't threaded my machine properly. So you can see, like in this zigzag stitch here, you can see that the tension's all wrong, because it should be like this one here. So you can see the difference between this one and this one, just the tension being wrong in the machine. So that was week 1, I think. Week 2, then we made coasters, which were really simple, just squares of fabric with a piece of wadding in between. See, mine aren't very good. Look at that big bulgy bit there, and it's just really wonky. I'm just not a very good sewer, which is why I went in the course. I'm not really sure it helped me with that either. So we did those. Then we did, what else did we do? I've got them on here. We did a little thread catcher and pin cushion. So it sits on your desks, on top of your desk like this, and this is a pin cushion bit, and it's got this little bucket thing for catching bits of thread in. So it's a little bucket pot, and it's got a piece of like plastic, I don't know what you call that, like binding stuff to give the top its shape. Then it's attached on with a button, so it just loops off the button like that. Comes in 2 different pieces. So yes, we made those, so that was quite sweet. Then we made tote bags, which I just love this fabric. Really love that. So we didn't have to buy our own fabric now. It was run by a charity called the Cowshed, and the Cowshed are a charity who provide clothing to families and people in need. And all the donations that they get, if they get like old duvet covers, they cut them up for fabric and make what they call referral bags. And they give out the referral bags with the clothes in them for the people who are getting the clothes. And consequently, they've got a big cupboard full of fabric that they just use for making bags. So we were able to just attack that cupboard and take what we wanted. It was brilliant. So I made this bag, and I also made a few things to match it. So I made a little zippered pouch, which is quite cute. Matches it with the same lining fabric, plain lining fabric. And I made this little tissue holder with a little pop fastener, little tissue holder, so that's quite sweet as well. Quite pleased with that. I think that was everything we made. Was it everything? Oh, and this little gift card holder, which was too small for a gift card, so it could be used as a coin purse, but basically it's useless. So, just one of those things. But yeah, I love this bag. It's got a little pocket inside, look. You see? Little pocket. That's the first one I'm going to pocket anything, which seems like it should be really complicated, but it was so easy. So that was my sewing course, finished objects.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, not sure I understand either. Be quiet, please. That's my watch just chipping in on the conversation. Let's pop that way. Right, acquisitions. So as I said, I had a birthday back in May, and my husband got me lots of lovely things. So I mean, I gave him a list of what I was after, and he just obliges and buys from it, which is really good. He's very good like that. So what can I show you? So first of all, I got a set of these Knit IQ blocking mats. So I'm actually using kind of 8 of them to block her shawl at the moment, which I'll show you next time. So yeah, I think it comes in about 8 or 10 or something mats. It also comes with blocking pins, and the mats are all like this. So they connect together, and they've got a grid on them. They've also got a circle, so if you're pinning out a circular shawl or a circular like blanket or something like that, you can pin it out to an exact circle. So yeah, so that's my blocking mats. Sorry about the rustling. They are Knit IQ, and we just got them off Amazon. Then I got, sorry about the rustling. I got this. Look at this. Oh, gorgeous! Just look at those little balls of potential. Aren't they brilliant? So I think I mentioned before that I went on the crochet retreat with Lucy about 24 last year, and we got one of these kits and we used it to make a cushion cover, and then I've been using my leftovers to make a blanket with. But one of the girls on the course was using hers to make called the chromotherapy scarf. I think it's called chromotherapy scarf. I'll try and find the pattern and link it below. And it basically uses it's like a slightly diagonal shaped scarf, which has a diagonal stripe for one stripe per colour of these yarns, and it was beautiful. So I wanted to get another set to do that, so my husband bought me this. So isn't it fabulous? It's just so gorgeous, and it's a lovely kind of cotton mix, cotton and acrylic mix. But yeah, beautiful. Just love that. Can't wait to get that open and get stuck into it. Then he also bought me these 2 sock pattern books, which are by Christine Perry, Winnick Mum, who does the sock along. So there's this original, I think this is the original one. There's a pair of socks with Winnick Mum. So it's the accompanying book, which I haven't used yet, but that's what I'm using for my sock, wherever it's gone. I've had his stuff here. That's what I'm using for this sock, but I haven't actually used the book yet because I used the online tutorial. And then he bought me his second book, which is more socks, more super socks. So I'm looking forward to using that one. And then he also got me some yarn. So last year he was very, very good and went to the yarn shop all by himself and chose me some yarn all by himself. Well, he got the help of the girl Rebecca who runs our local yarn shop, and he bought me about 5 or 6 of these Stylecraft Batik balls of wool, which are in these lovely kind of mottled colours. So you can see there, they're always kind of like, they're not quite marled, but they're more sort of just mottled really. So anyway, he bought me 5 or 6 of these, and I said to him this year, could he go back and buy me another one of each colour? Does that make sense? Another one of each colour, which he did. So he took back the ones he'd bought, because I hadn't used them last year, and bought one of all the other colours that the shop had in, and gave me them for my birthday this year. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oops, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them all together. Look at these colours, aren't they just gorgeous? So I thought those would make a really nice blanket actually. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using those. So I've got indigo, heather, rose, storm, lupin, mint, pistachio, cream, sage, silver, and biscuit. And the last thing he got me, excuse the rustling, was this set of interchangeable needles, knitted needles with cables. They are Knit Pro Zing interchangeable set. And I fancied making some knitted shawls, but didn't have any cables and don't have very many knitted needles anyway. So obviously I had to get a set of either cables with needles on the end or interchangeables like this. So I asked him for this set. It comes in this lovely case. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So these are exciting to use. I've not used interchangeable cable before, so this is all new to me. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but I'm looking forward to getting stuck in and having a go. So I need to find a nice beginner knitting shawl pattern, so if anybody knows of one, let me know. That would be good. So yes, that was my other present from him. And then I got a couple of books. So I got this book, Design Your Own Crochet Projects. So thought I'd give a go at designing some, so I'll let you know how I get on. That's going to be a bit interesting. It comes with a lot of projects to help you design. So it's got hats and gloves and various different things. So I thought I'd work my way through this book and use that as a kind of practice for designing. And then he also got me this cross-stitch book, 100 mini cross-stitch designs, which I thought would be really nice for birthday cards. So loads of pictures there, loads of little charts inside. So yeah, really good book. It's lovely. Lots of lovely little designs, which, like I said, I thought would be really good for birthday cards. So looking forward to using this book. Yeah, really nice. So that was that. And then my other acquisitions are, husband and I had a cheeky night away in Nottingham. Went to see a friend of his, And I don't think I've shown these on the podcast before, but if I do, you can just listen again or skip past it. But we went to a yarn shop up there and I bought these 2 skeins of yarn by Fruitful Fusion. These 2 beauties here, aren't they lovely? So this one is called Summer and it's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. This one is called Red Jeans and it's the same fibre content, and they were £18 each from this Fruitful Fusion dyer, indie dyer. And then I bought these 2 gradient yarns, well not gradient yarns, kind of self-striped James C. Brett, James C. Brett double knitting. I have to say it quietly. In this lovely kind of purpley blue colour. Purpley blue, that's not purpley blue, greeny blue colour. Colour SH08, very exciting. So yeah, so that was those 2. And then I bought, I think I might have shown these before, but I'll show them again anyway. I've bought 6 balls of this Serdar Stories cream wool to be the border of a blanket that I'm making at the minute, which I'll show you properly next time. So that was those ones. So that's all my acquisitions, I believe, I think. So yeah, so that's everything for today. I'm going to try and do a podcast maybe, I don't know, once a month, I think. Try and do that, and do a sort of monthly roundup type thing. So the next one would be at the end of August, and I do a monthly roundup of August, what I've made in August and what I'm working on in August. And then going forward, obviously do one in September, one in November, and so on. What happened to October? October and November. And just do one a month, I think. I think that's going to be enough for me to do, because I'm not the fastest crocheter, so I don't produce loads of work in between. But yeah, so that's it from me today. You can find me on Instagram as Jill Emerald Cottage, or you can find me on Facebook as Emerald Cottage. And I've got a blog, which is emeraldcottage.blogspot.com. And I've got a website, which is emeraldcottage.co.uk. So thanks for watching. Thanks for all the comments on my other episodes and all the likes and all the support. And I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Okay, bye.